I know Chiggs is in here recording this.
No Chid Smooth in here, right? So whatever you say,
sorry, you know Chid gonna have everything up there.
whatever you say, Chid's gonna be on YouTube with it, man.
Pick a side, pick a side. Boy, do these podcast streets get tricky. If there's one thing you guys should have learned over the last couple podcast beefs, is that whoever you're siding with, you gotta ride with them. If not, if you want to stay in the middle, just know that you might get hit with a straight bullet, even if that's your man's. Now, we all saw this when Joe Budden took shots at Rory and Mal. Speaking specifically on the most recent shots Joe took at them, it kind of left Rory confused, like, hey, I haven't really been speaking on you or our issues. What you coming at me for? But Joe responded, your man's, which is Mal, has been talking about me, and because you two do a podcast together, I gotta come at the both of you guys. Now, I think Flip is slowly starting to realize that there's a lot of politics involved with podcasts. Flip is cool with both Joe and DJ Envy. You guys have seen Flip come at a lot of people on behalf of Joe, and now it looks like he's at a crossroad. DJ Envy has been very vocal regarding Joe Budden being #1 on the hip-hop media list. Flip didn't say anything to Envy, and now most recently when Envy and Charlemagne was $1 million worth of game podcast, where they threw even more shots at Joe. Queen's Flip and Joe Budden did a YouTube live where Queen's Flip wanted to set the record straight and clarify specifically with Joe if he has any beef or issues with Envy. I'm gonna play this clip shortly for you guys, but it's important to note that Envy and Joe Budden used to be very, very tight. The last thing I remember Joe speaking on regarding his relationship with Envy was during quarantine, where he told a story that Envy called him about a real estate opportunity. You guys know Envy is big on real estate. He was trying to get Joe involved, trying to put him on. Joe laughed and hung up the phone. Ever since then, their relationship has been soured. Not sure if they've patched things up, but here's what Joe Budden said about his relationship with Envy. So what you guys think about this, man? Push comments below. Like this video. Here's a clip. See you guys later.
Is it friendly competition? Oh, wait, this nigga. Is it friendly competition with you and Envy? Because when I was younger and I saw, we all was together. And when I mean all together, is like we saw Envy a lot because Envy was around Clue. Right? We saw him. It wasn't like this. Why, when times pass, it has to become competitive? Why we can't keep the same peace? Is friendly competition a thing in the situation between you and Envy, where he has to put things out there where people can grab onto a way it could look away, or you just feel like it was never genuine in the first place? Because back in the days, it didn't seem like that to me when I was younger.
I don't feel like there's any competition with me and Envy.
Okay.
I know you worked on that question all night, but
No, I didn't.
I don't feel like there's competition with me and Envy. Why would there be competition with me and Envy?
Okay, that's it. That's all.
You don't feel like there's competition with me and Envy?
Yeah.
You pod.
But
And that's why it's tough to have serious talks with you, because you start podding.
no, let's have it. What
mid talk.
Are we speaking?
How do you feel as though there's competition between Envy and myself?
Well, you're both in the media. That's what I mean. Competition. I'm not as like you looking at it from a standpoint of numbers and who does better.
No, I'm not. I'm looking at it. You could be in media and do two totally separate things.
I got you.
Everybody in media is not your competition.
Okay. So you don't feel like they talk about
Mine and Envy's name is never in the same hat for anything.
how do you? So only you and Charlemagne's name would be.
His name would be in the same hat as me.
So he just be holding his man. Like, how do you look at that?
Yeah, he just be holding his man down. And then I start shooting, because don't hold your man down when it's your man. If it's two of your mans, you got to pick a side. And once you pick a side, that's where it is.
Where does that leave me, though?
Well, you have to figure that out for yourself. Everybody has to make that decision for themselves.
That's kind of unfair. Look how you look at it. Like, if you was in the middle of a situation between two people, right? Look, this is Joe in the middle. Are you going to remain?
But Envy and I have no situation. So
Gotcha.
you shouldn't really be in the middle of anything.
Got it.
Envy is just defending
His man.
his man.
So I should be doing the same thing.
Well, you got to figure out what you do. What? Am I confused? Am I saying something confusing?
Yes. It's confusing. Because I would be looked at phony if I'm on a place that I don't hold my man down, but I'm friends with Envy. He held me down. That's what I'm saying. So I looked at.
No, I don't look at it like that, because
Okay.
it's nothing for you to really hold down. There's nothing happening.
Got it.
There's nothing really happening besides niggas throwing shots over a list that's like, who cares? There's no real shit going on here.
But we're talking about we're not talking
Everybody's family's okay. Everybody's kids.
We're not
is
talking about
okay.
street shit. We're talking about media. Like, people take that serious. Fans take it serious. The JBN takes it serious. Not JBN. The JBN fans take it serious. They will ridicule you for that. I need to know your stance on that because I'm pretty sure in situations you've been in the middle.
My stance is I show mercy on people that I have history with. I try to give, I try to extend a nice runway, benefit of the doubt, gratitude. Anybody that's helped me along my journey, like if you played an instrumental part in where I am today, I kind of always hold that near and dear to my heart. And Envy is in that list for me. Me and Envy went on our very first tour together ever, throwing eggs at each other's promo vans and salads, and we was just two young niggas on a road, not knowing shit about shit. And that was for Envy's album. See, now that I'm older, you have a better understanding. I'm on the road with Envy to promote me, but really to promote his shit. I gave my first record ever that worked, Focus, to Envy for his first album. Understand what I'm saying? At 21 years old, the record I made to promote myself, I gave it to Envy, free of charge. Envy I also hired at radio, when I worked at radio, when everybody said don't hire Envy.
When you was at Hot.
Yeah. Tracy said Envy can't talk on the air. Envy's not an on-air person now. Envy is a DJ. We need Envy to get on and spin records for an hour. And I asked my man, we need Envy to talk. She said, I don't think he could do it. I said, well, trust me. So I can't have a negative thing to say about Envy. We're too intertwined in 20 years of shit. So it's shocking when, because you work with somebody for 10 years, you take this bold political stance rather than stay neutral. So now I got to fire both of you.
What do you think? How do you think?
That was well said.
That was very well said. How do you think that? Wow, you just caught me off guard. I forgot about that. I forgot that. How do you think if Webb was in that position?